All right, Matt Moore, Sean Football Insiders. We're here with new North Gaston head football coach Justin Clark. Coach, congratulations on the job.
Thank you.
Now, I understand you were a North Gaston player in the past.
I was. I graduated in 2002. My father was the head football coach here.
Yeah.
And so it's good to kind of be back home. But I graduated in 2002 from here and went on to play at Western Carolina. Graduated from Western. And then kind of hit a crossroads of do I stay in college or do I come in high school? And my brother had his senior year, that 07 run, when we played in the state championship. And so, I thought that since he went up thousands of miles to follow me to college, that I need to give back to his senior year. So I came on in 2007 as a volunteer kind of JV coach. Was able to experience the high school, was able to experience the state championship run, and it got me hooked on high school football.
Awesome.
And so from there we went into South Carolina, and then eventually worked my way back here.
Awesome. So what made you take the job?
It was just it was the timing of family. I got two girls. That's going to be 4 and 3. And it was just to get back closer to home. It was a better timing. And there's only a few schools here in North Carolina that I would leave South Carolina for.
Oh yeah.
And so that was big for me. And I had the support of everybody here, understanding that we're gonna do this the right way.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring kind of that South Carolina mentality of we're gonna do this for the football program. So far we've been on board. We had a weight room guy come in to look for upgrade facilities, and so putting in new locker rooms. We're trying to get a new weight room in here, and so we're moving in the right direction. It's just not moving as fast as I want it to move.
Yeah, we mentioned that off camera that we both kind of like things to move fast. So
right.
I totally understand that, man. Talk to me about your coaching background and your overall philosophy.
Right. I grew up the son of a coach. My dad was the head. Like I said, he was the head football, baseball coach here, and so, I had no choice. It was be at the ballpark since I was, knee high.
Yeah.
And so it was always important for me to be around sports and athletics because I feel that that brings something to the kid these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's very instrumental in the leadership and the maturation of a kid. And I just want to be a part of grooming a young boy as a freshman, a 13-year-old, 14-year-old boy, and then as he leaves, he can go into college or wherever he wants to go and say, hey, I'm going to look back and now I know what it takes to be a man.
Well said. Now, you talked about your Carolina shoot offense.
Yes,
what is that kind of comprised of?
It's a blend. Really, it's based off of run and shoot philosophies. I had the pleasure or displeasure of playing with 5 offensive coordinators in college.
Wow.
And so it was a blend. It was a blend of all these schemes that I learned and played in college, and then coming back, coaching under my dad, learning his system. And then kind of just putting everything together and just ended up calling it the Carolina Shoot just because of where we've been. And we went from there.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, sir.
You have any goals for this team this upcoming season?
We've been, and I've been really thinking about this. When I know we're not going to win a state championship in year one. We need to win the first ball game. That's important.
Okay.
Win the first one. We haven't won a conference game, and I believe in maybe 2 or 3 years.
Oh wow!
And so we need to win a conference football game, and that's really my 2 big goals. Year one, if we make the playoffs, that's icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for our kids to set realistic goals.
Absolutely.
Every team wants to win a state championship. Yes. But for us right now, we need to set realistic goals of this, and then those seniors that laid the foundation and the groundwork to get to that level, they know that, hey, we were the senior class to get this thing back on track.
That's right. Excellent. Any players that have stood out to you so far?
There's been a couple. Antoine Oddie, Ian McFadden, Colby Pruitt, Wes Parker, Michael Harris. They're just to name a few. We've got really good kids. They just don't know what it takes to get to the next level yet.
Right.
And so that's the biggest thing, of just getting them to understand how hard that we're going to push them, what the expectations are, and the standard is the standard, and we're going to hold you to this level, and see if you can take it.
Well said. Love that, Coach. I love what you guys doing tradition-wise.
Yes, sir.
Some of the things that I've seen on social media with the lockers and bringing back tradition. Talk to me a little bit about how important that is.
Yeah, I think in order for us to bring it back, if you look at, we just created the social media with Twitter. I'm a huge social media person, and I learned that from the last coach I coached under. But Circle of Wagons is being brought back. Circle of Wagons was something that my dad had when we were here. And it's just simply, we're going to protect our own. We're gonna make sure that in our house that we're accountable and we're loyal to each other, and we're gonna keep everybody in that circle. And if you don't want in it, then that's fine. But it's kind of us against the world mentality, and that was something that kind of set us apart during those years. And to kind of get that back, I was just strolling through Twitter one day, and I saw one of the coaches. And I believe he's at Alexander Central, and the App State baseball coach kind of sent him a letter saying, "Hey, would you write back to the current player?" And I think that was a really good idea, and it was something I said, I'm gonna steal that. And so we sent it out, and the foundation of it is, I wore number 7. There was a lot of good players that wore number 7 here. I mean, myself, Laramie Watson. There's been a few that's been really good, and so, if you wore number 7, hey, this is who I am. This is what my occupation is now. This is my cell phone. I'm gonna write you a letter of saying, hey, this happened in high school. I give them the freedom to write whatever they want, and then we're gonna frame it, and it's gonna go permanent in their locker.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that, Coach. Last thing, there's been some stuff on social media about player movement and coaches allegedly recruiting, things of that nature. What's your perspective on all those different things?
From an old school coach's standpoint, you don't want to see it, because there's something special about playing for your community and your school.
Right.
But I also know that people want to go play for winners. I get that. All right. And to me, if a kid is legitimately going somewhere that's going to benefit him, I'm all for it. Okay. No hard feelings. If that's where you feel that you need to be, then that's where you need to be. And it kind of goes into our theory of Circle of Wagons. If you don't want to be a part of it, then that may be where you need to be. But as far as openly recruiting or anything like that, this isn't college.
Right.
It doesn't need to be the Wild West. And I know sometimes coaches selfishly, we want to win football games because at the end of the day, that's what we get assessed on. But at the end of the day, it's all about the kids. Right. If you're doing right by the kids, they're gonna want to come to you anyway.
Exactly.
And so my biggest thing right now is, one, I got to recruit the halls. We got to start winning football games, and then we start winning football games. I guess you can come back and say, hey, are you getting players to come in, transfer in? But that to me that's it. It's just like college. It's not to that level. But if a coach can leave, my thing is that if a parent thinks or a player thinks that that's his best opportunity to go, then so be it.
Well said, man. Totally agree with that. Coach, man, we wish you the best of luck. It's a pleasure talking with you, and if there's anything you ever need from us,
yes,
man, please let us know.
Thank you. Open doors. You're always welcome.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.